Breaking news overnight, and Creed 3 actor Jonathan Majors arrested on an assault charge here in New York City over an alleged domestic dispute. A rep for the actor saying he's done, quote, nothing wrong. ABC's Jacqueline Lee is here with the latest. And Jacqueline, his team saying they're looking to clear his name.
That's right, Janae. Good morning. Hollywood actor Jonathan Majors facing some very serious allegations. The 33-year-old was arrested in New York City Saturday morning, charged with strangulation, assault, and harassment after an alleged domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. His representative denying the accusations, saying in a statement, he has done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. Majors is known for his high-profile work on the big and small screen, with credits including Creed 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp. In a statement to the Associated Press, police say Majors was no longer in custody as of Saturday night. As for the condition of the woman he allegedly assaulted, police say she sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was taken to the hospital.
That's basically that. And you know what? Like, that's what happened back then. They said Saturday, but this happened 8 months ago, so back in March of this year.
Damn.
And here on NBC News, they just have my ad blocker.
That's big tough.
Ali. Okay, so here on NBC News, they have kind of like a paper trail of how the courts been handling the situation, and basically, I believe he got arrested.
Right.
He got let out, and he bro, what do they call it? I didn't do it again. A restraining order.
He got a restraining order on the girl.
No, she got one on him.
She got.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after he ended up bringing more evidence to the courts of messages showing how she was sorry and that it was actually her that was assaulting him, they upgraded it to a more full-on restraining order. I guess just a higher tier of restraining order, a temporary one. And I believe all of it, did they get it? The case was closed. Oh, here it is. So he didn't even get prosecuted for it. So they ended up closing the case that the chick filed against him. And now he's opening up a case against her.
I would too. Do defamation. Is he doing defamation?
And I don't know. But the key evidence that they released on Wednesday is here by, I don't know why, TMZ. I don't know if it was TMZ that found this, but
No, it never usually is. It's just TMZ will find the person that finds it and then give them money.
And it's just a bunch of cameras showing what happened. So that there's the Uber right there. And is that a red? Yeah, they are at a red light. Let me speed this up. So he's in there. He's. I don't even know why people. I think there are other YouTube videos that will blur this out. It's like you can't even tell what's going on here. It's kind of just like.
And it looks like he's pushing her into the car.
Yeah, and then he's walking away. So he's running. He starts running. You saw that, right? You saw that. So it's like he carries her, pushes her in.
Right.
And then it's like he's trying to keep her in there. And then he's like, she's on him. Like, he dips. He's gone. Okay, it zooms in for us. He's like pushing her in. I don't know if he's like, and you know what? The crazy part is they say he was pushing her, but like, how do they? You can barely tell. For all we know, he could be trying to like get her off of him in this situation. Because look, she comes out of there like attached to him, like they're Siamese twins or something. And then he finally gets away. He put them steppers on. You see, he's not even run. Well, now he's running there. He's stepping. And she doesn't care. She's just running in front of traffic and stuff like that.
He's trying to get ghost. She is booking it over there. Yer.
And then she meets some random people here. It said that she goes to the club after this whole situation transpires. And during the court case, it said that whatever happened inside of the car is
Why did he
when
come back?
he's leaving. I guess whatever direction they ran away from is was, I don't know, for his house. I don't know.
But you see, like it looked like he was coming back, and she was just already standing there waiting for
Let
him.
me see.
You see, like why is he coming back? She's standing there. It looks like she lost him, right?
Oh, they're
And
exchanging
then
information right there.
why did he come back that way? That's him right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Why did he come back that way? I thought he was going the opposite way.
I don't
It's
know,
interesting.
bro. We don't know. And it said that during the interaction within the Uber ride, that's where she got quote unquote lacerations behind her ear. There are pictures of that, but they can't
The
show that on
Uber
YouTube,
driver
I guess.
hasn't came out and spoke yet.
Oh, the Uber driver came out and he said he would testify for Jonathan in his favor.
Mm.
I'm surprised that in such a like high quality car he didn't have a camera to expose whatever happened inside of the vehicle.
Well, he
But
would definitely know. He was there.
right, he's a witness, and this is the next morning he found her inside of his closet and he called the police over.
How did she get in there?
That is a good question, bro. That is a very good question. I don't know if like this is they were dating prior
How
and
does
so
she
she just had a key, or
find somebody in your closet?
some
What the?
people are saying that he was set up or something. I don't know. I know that there's evidence that she went to a club.
She's just in the closet. What the
Yes.
hell? How did she get in this man's house?
Oh, and also, she was also there's evidence of her being on like drugs and stuff. I have to go find what
It
drugs it
looks like
was.
it at the end. Yeah.
Oh, there's evidence that she was off the
Mm.
more than juice. I don't know what she was on.
Right. She was on that perky worky.
All right, and
Perky worky time.
and in the meantime, I believe I read a article a while back around that time that Marvel had let this man go,
Yeah.
which is crazy because they had like thousands of him in CGI at the end of that Ant-Man movie. So it's like, wow, they got to replace all that with somebody else, or they hire him back. Would he
Yep.
even want to work for Marvel again after that?
Oh.
Because this is literally just another example of the Johnny Depp situation, and I don't know why they didn't learn from that. That the top male actor of the U.S. got accused of that and had probably one of the most popular court cases in history for an actor go on for damn near forever. And then it happens again and nobody learns a lesson. It's
Well,
crazy. And there's like a bunch of evidence this time too. With Johnny
there is
Depp,
definitely a
like,
different look between actors, but I'll leave that alone.
yeah, right? They got text
I'll leave that alone.
messages. We got 1080p video recording. Some nice cameras. I don't know what city they in. Some nice cameras out here.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy stuff.
Excuse me. Okay, I think my outlook on this, when you look at it from a company's perspective, it is easier to just let go of the person. Unfortunately, right? But it's easier to let go of the person to save face because of how things look nowadays. This is an instance that's very serious, right? When you look at like potential physical abuse. You know what I mean? Like it's a very serious case, especially when you're dealing with a man and a woman. In this case, And I know that not many people see it this way, but I do at some point in time, like or at some angle, a black man and a white woman. Like so it and this has happened before in sports and in media
Mm-hmm.
and hell even in certain other instances where it you release somebody from your group or your sponsor or whatever, and then they're found out to be innocent later. But it's just like it's easier to do that because there's so much backlash that you can get. In this instance, if Marvel keeps them, then all of your or a good portion of your female fans are going to like riot. Because unfortunately, in instances like this, the people immediately believe the woman. That's like the easiest thing to believe is to believe the woman until the guy is proven innocent, which is definitely unfortunate, but that's how the culture is here. You know what I mean? Theoretically, it would be better to keep everything neutral until all facts come out and then pick a side, but that's not how people are. You believe the woman, and the guy has to prove his innocence or he's guilty.
Right. I agree.
Look,
That's not how people are. I guess
yeah.
my crazy issue with this is that these massive corporations that you would think with the left side of their brain and like
Well,
wait for evidence to come out.
well,
These are smart
it's
people.
it's it's still risky though, because they're making all their money off of I mean, it's consumer based. They're making all their money off of your normal average day person that wants to go watch the movies and consume their content. If those people don't want to do it anymore, if a large portion of those people find a problem with it, then they won't get business anymore. You got to realize the rich want to stay rich. The
Yeah,
companies want to
maybe
still
that is
make
the
money.
truth. That is a good
So
point.
it's like they can literally be thinking of something completely different, like, okay, well, we don't believe he did this, but at the same exact time, because our money is coming from average people around the US, and there is still a large sum of women that are Marvel fans, if we keep him here until he's proven innocent, then they're gonna say we approve of woman beaters or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, we
it's the
definitely
same thing
approve of
that
man
happened with
beaters because
uh,
they kept Amber Heard on that Aquaman movie.
yeah, and
I
that's
know they approve of
unfortunate.
man beaters, and it looks like society does not care. It looks
And
like the
that's
rest
the
of society accepts it too.
that is the double standard that you have to deal with, and it's unfortunate because in instances like this, I mean, a woman can beat the hell out of a man, and people will be like, okay, well, what did he do for her to do that?
Hmm.
If a guy does the opposite, if the shoes are turned on the other foot, then this dude needs to be in prison. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, it's a very tender subject and it's very real. And me personally, as a guy, I would never put my hands on a woman. I just don't see the point of it. I mean, I think women are they're frail, like as far as like compared to like an average guy, your average woman and an average guy.
They're
Like
definitely
guys are
built less
biological,
dense than men
stronger.
biologically.
Exactly. So, like, to get into a physical altercation just doesn't make sense to me because, like, what is she going to be able to do? So that's why I never like get it. I still don't agree with women putting their hands on men at the same exact time though, because at the same like you don't like what's the point of putting your hands on this dude? Not everybody's gonna be built like how I'm built. If it ever gets to the point to where like something like that would happen, I'm just gone. I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm leaving personally. But some dudes they're gonna swing back. And it's tough. But in this instance, yeah, it's straight off of culture. There's a lot of double standards in this society that, especially with this subject, if a guy is getting abused, nobody really cares, unfortunately. And that kind of sucks because, again, if the shoe's on the other foot, then everybody cares. So, I mean, I'm not too sure what this lady has in far as relationship towards him, but I'm glad he was at least trying to get away from her in the public eye. And the
Yeah.
public eye is that's good cap because they could actually physically see it.
I don't know what other proof you need other than the fact that he's sprinting away from her several blocks.
He's sprinting away from her. I'm not too sure why he came back to that location though, because it looked like she lost him. But whatever.
I'm
I don't know.
assuming
It's
he they that hmm this could be a hotel that they're at right now because you see that little thing on the side.
maybe she was just camping out the hotel waiting for him to
Yeah,
come back.
yeah,
That
that
could
could
be. That
be
could
it.
be. That could make sense. And if it is, that's unfortunate. I think that people need to. If everything that he said is true, then I feel like this should be a lesson to a bunch of people that are in that higher tier, your actors, your athletes, or whatever, bro. Like they're coming to get you, man. And if you're not smart, you can get caught in situations just like this. If this man's proven innocent, it's gonna just be very unfortunate because he done lost his stuff. Marvel said he out. It's tough. And I
It
understand
is.
why they did it, but at the same time, I personally would have kept the same energy even with Amber Heard. Now Aquaman is not Marvel, that's DC, but regardless of what it is, I would have personally she would have been suspended indefinitely or let go in general. Like, yo, you gotta go until you're proven innocent because we don't do that here. But society would probably boycott DC if they did that.
Would
Like
they? That would be crazy. But you know what? I don't think they would lose money because
they
DC,
wouldn't
DC
necessarily
literally
lose
got to their
money.
place today because of the money males were spending on their company, not women.
Yeah, they
Just
they
saying.
wouldn't they wouldn't lose money, but it's still bad publicity no matter what happens. I mean, look at the things that happened with, let's say, Chris Rock
Will
and
Smith.
Will Smith, right? Will Smith is still rich. It's
Hmm.
just bad publicity. You know what I mean? Like it's not good cap. Once you've already made money, then the only way that you stay relevant is just through publicity. When the publicity becomes bad, then now you're not relevant anymore. So you're what's differentiating you from just being an average person with money.
That
So
makes
I'm not
sense.
sure. I think that's more or less my take on it. It's unfortunate that he had to be in that situation. I would hate to see anybody in this situation. And I'm glad again that he had the spatial awareness that hey, I'm not saying he acted out like this specifically because he was in traffic, but this is a good way to cover your back because you got to realize in instances like this, it doesn't really matter what you say.
Yep.
You need physical proof
You know, it's
because nobody's
crazy.
going to believe what
The
you
only
said.
reason he probably went off running like that is because he was a famous person that had something to lose. Because you see several instances where people will stay there and try to either vocally or even physically fight with their partner. He
Yeah.
dipped.
See, me, I mean, I wouldn't even pick her up and do all that extra stuff with the car. I would just open up the door and I would just dip out. And if she's like dragging on me, I want people to know that are physically there. Yo, like this lady is like not leaving me alone. I'm vocalizing it towards people. I'm trying to get as many witnesses as possible. Me personally, I wouldn't even touch her. My hands wouldn't be on her at all
Hmm.
so that nothing gets misconstrued. Because even that instance when he's like putting her in the car, that can get misconstrued to a lot of people. Somebody could say he's beating the hell out of her right now. With me, you wouldn't even get that to no. Because I'm gone. I'm opening up that door and I'm turning into Usain Bolt.
And there was even a point where he said that there were injuries. Let me see if I could find it. She had like lacerations on her neck or something.
Mhm.
I don't think I could find it. Maybe they took it down. But she also went to the club and got took a bunch of drugs, and it's like there's such a wide gap of time from when that situation happened to when she actually went back to the his closet that she could have got injured from.
Yeah.
It's like situations like this is like people want to get crazy and talk about they're um how it's a breach of their privacy to be having cameras everywhere and stuff. But then situations like this happen, or
And
like
it saved somebody's literal life.
if they use our tax dollars to put cameras in more places, especially in clubs, you could literally save an actor's career and possibly his life.
Mhm.
Because if she would have done something crazier and like gotten worse injuries, he would have probably been in jail.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's situations like this where I could see why um political leaders of the US would want to increase surveillance on Americans, because they recently passed a bill that's going to be increasing allowing the surveillance of Americans basically at deeper levels. I'd have to go into the specifics, but people are tweaking because breach of privacy. But when you look at situations like this, it's like, if I was in this position, I wouldn't mind having a few more cameras
Nobody
around.
would. In fact, like I said, I would be purposely trying to act out in front of the camera so that I have literally all the proof I need just in case something like this happens,
Hmm.
which it obviously did. And now, I wouldn't say you don't have to worry about it, but it's more or less like, okay, now we get to this point because you got to realize just by looking at the optics, they don't care what he's talking about. They don't. They don't care. You're a guy. Shut up. We don't care. So you have to
He's
be
a black
smart.
man. We don't care.
Exactly. And the accused is a white woman. Like that, the optics does they don't care what you're saying. So what you need is proof, and he has proof. It's good cap.
All we can do is pray for. Nah, I ain't praying. All we can do is work towards a culture that holds women more accountable, I guess,
Just
and a
hold
more fair
people
justice
accountable.
system.
I just feel like, regardless, they just gotta hold people accountable for what they do wrong. It shouldn't have to. Somebody shouldn't have to get a extra bonus or a slap on the wrist because they look a certain way or because they are a certain way. You need to be fair. Like I wish that people wouldn't even juice put Marvel in a situation to where they have to release him. Because me personally, I would until proven guilty, I'm not touching this man's contract. Because if I do and he's proven innocent, I just possibly ruined his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's tough. I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. I think.
yeah,
Hopefully, everything goes well.
yeah. Let's see. Let us. Yeah, I guess it could be the outro, right? Yeah. It's a good outro, bro. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. Should we have a more fair justice system, or is it fuck all men and we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with? Y'all stay hydrated. Happy holidays.
Boy.